fucked up. Yeah, I'll go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test fake, no. You fucked up. Can't put on no show. You fucked up. Yeah, I'll go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test fake, no. You fucked up.
Run the track.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. I actually remembered to switch the loop off for once. Big up everybody that's locked in. Like, subscribe, all of that. Plenty to get. Well, I say plenty. There's only a few big stories to get into today. There's the Joao Felix contract situation. Atletico Madrid might have some interest in Aubameyang and Cucurella. Hopefully, we could figure out a little deal with that. There's the latest on the Mason Mount contract situation, which is like, we got to go through this shit again. But, yep. And Pochettino might be announced today. There's been a few quiet rumors on it. Terry Flewers has said that it should be imminent. Darko's also hinted at it as well, but I think that's about it. Let's hope we do get the announcement today. We're going to be live for up until 5. Then I'm going live on Said's channel. And then we got Shameless FC here at 6 p.m. So hopefully it gets announced during then. Because after that, I'm going to the pub to watch the City game. I will be fucking fuming if they announce it after that. But yeah, big up everybody that's in here, though. Like, subscribe. Check out Flawless's tune. Check out Neil's tune in the description below. Look out for Jerseys FC in the description below for all your best affordable football shirts. Use the code CarefreeLewisG in the description below as well for 20% off. And yeah, let me see what everybody is saying quickly. Big up to Andreas saying, Percy, I wouldn't rush to sell Cucurella. It was a 1 season under Potter. Potter did get him player of the season at Brighton, but I get what you're saying. Let's see him under Poch and then decide. I wouldn't rush to sell Cucurella, but I'll delve into it in a little bit. If we get a good fee for him, let him go. That's the way I see it. If not, I wouldn't force the matter. I'd give him another year. But if you get a good fee for him, you get a good fee for him. And I wouldn't turn my nose up at that opportunity. But fair play to you, Andreas. Big up. Big up to Mitchy boy, my guy. I hope you're doing well, bro. Big up to Big Ron. Big up to Fraser saying, looks like Poch is a done deal. Terry's reported on his Twitter. Just waiting for the announcement. Imagine they announce it at fucking 5 o'clock when I go live with Said. I'm going to be fuming. I will be fucking raging. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll still be about. Big up to Sean. Big up to Nico, who says no to Rafinha, by the way. I think that would be unlikely anyway. 80 million euros for him after he gave Chelsea the runaround last summer. I don't think we do that. I don't think we do that. And Mitchy boy, I'm here with you, man. I look forward to the clear out more than I look forward to anything right now. Because we got our 40 points. I am good now. I am signed out. I don't care what happens past this point. I couldn't give a shit. Cool. Perfect. I'll message him back in a little sec. Big up Warrior says, don't forget to turn off the loop. I actually remembered this time. Big up to Remus. Big up to Josh. Big up to Fads. Thoughts on Ugarte. Quality DM. But I don't know if we're going to go for him. I think we only will if Lavia doesn't happen. But we'll see. I haven't heard too much on the Ugarte front just yet. Felix, second loan, I'm all good with. Ain't seen enough end product Percy to sign permanently yet. I agree. That's the perfect thing for all parties. Big up to President Jafar. Hanad says Cuckoo should be given a chance since certain players been playing awful, yet get protected by the media and match-going fans. I agree. He should be given a chance, but again, everybody has a price. Now, I'll get into this Cucurella stuff in a little sec, because for me, my thing with Cucurella is I don't really know where he starts in our best team. I think we have enough left centre-backs, especially with Levi Colwill coming back. At left-back, Chilwell's already got that position on lock, and he's not really done anything to take it from him. Same thing with wing-back. We could potentially have Ian Maatsen coming in as well. That's why my whole stance with Cucurella is I don't mind giving him another season, but if we get a good enough bid for him, or if Atletico Madrid want to use him as part of the Joao Felix deal or in two separate deals, I have nothing against it because I don't really know where he breaks in for us. There's two left backs already. There's two left centre backs. We would be fine if we lose Cucurella. I'm fine with giving him a second chance, but if the right bid comes in, there you go. It's a shame it didn't work out, but oh well. Lewis, if Chelsea was to sell Mount, what do you think they would be asking for? I've heard 70 million, but I think 50 to 70 should do the job. 50 to 70. This is an off-topic question. Which of these four teams would you want to see in the Premier League? I've only done Luton. I did Luton away last season. Shithole. Absolute shithole. Sorry to anybody watching from Luton, but yeah, that ground ain't it. That ground is not it. The area isn't it. I want Coventry. Coventry sounds like a fucking brazy night out. I haven't seen them in the Premier League before either. I know they got a crazy student life there, so I know the nightlife is good. I want Coventry. Give me Coventry. Middlesbrough is too far away from me, and for everything I've heard about Middlesbrough, it's a dump. I'm good. Nice ground, though. Wouldn't be too against it. It's just a long-ass away day. Same energy for Sunderland. I'll go that long up for Newcastle because there's a good nightlife there. Sunderland, I ain't heard nothing. And I don't know how far it is from Newcastle. Weirdos about Felix, lol. This club has gone too many years without seeing what actual talent looks like. Just keep him. I wouldn't want to buy him. I think 85 million is too much for him right now. But a one-year loan, if you get him back on another loan spell, fine. That is fine by me. Should we give Cucurella another chance or ship him to Atleti? Again, all depends on the amount. Like, let's get into Joao Felix stuff anyway. Nizar Kinsella's reported that Chelsea have sounded out Atletico Madrid over ways to keep Joao Felix permanently. After a series of calls, Atletico continued to demand £88 million, aka 100 million euros, for him, but are open to another loan deal at a cost of about 16 million. Chelsea have also expressed their desire to reduce Felix's asking price through swap deals. Now, Atletico Madrid are also interested in Aubameyang and Cucurella, with both players facing uncertain futures at Chelsea. 16 million on loan for another season. Let me know what you guys are saying. But for me, I'm all for it. 60 million is fine by me. And I think that's the perfect medium for everybody. Chelsea don't have to commit just yet. Atletico Madrid won't take a player whose price tag might have dropped a little bit if other clubs come in for him, based off the 6 months that he's had at Chelsea. Although I say that, even for us, though, I think he's been our best forward. It's probably just your stock will drop because you're part of a team that's in 11th place right now and you haven't directly improved the team in terms of goals and assists. So yeah, it's a very confusing dilemma with Joao Felix, but keeping him on loan for another year, I think is just the best thing for all parties. I am fine with it. Is anybody against 60 million for Joao Felix on loan for another year? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to keep scrolling down. Kova must go. Yeah, he's going to go. He's going to go. He's our leading goals. Ha! 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 See, that's why it's so interesting, because he's not really done a lot in terms of G&A, but he is still our highest goal scorer, and I would still argue that he's been our best forward since he's come into the club. So that's why, I understand not paying 88 million for him, but I don't want to let him go either. We're fucked up front. And I think Joao Felix would improve us. Our problem is, right now, we need Joao Felix to do a lot. And I think for 88 million, you're going to ask him to do a lot as well. We need him to drive the ball forward. We need him to create. We need him to score. We need him to assist, because nobody else is doing that consistently. I think with better players, you minimize his role and you get the best out of him. And I think that would be what suits us all better. But obviously, our team isn't at that level just yet. But that's why I don't want to get rid of him just yet, because it's only been 6 months. It's not even been 6 months. It's been 4. It's very harsh to just judge him off this, especially with the squad that we have right now. So, yeah, Joao Felix, to me, keep him. The loan spell, keep him on loan. It's perfect for everybody. Perfect for everybody. I think 50 million for Matt is cheap. So do I, but English tax. That's the only thing. I live half an hour from Luton. Bro, no one ever says anything good about Luton. It's like one of the most universally viewed shitholes. Everyone knows that place is a dump. Is it? Well, I feel like it's just a good night out, but the ground looks good as well. Ground looks good as well. Keeping Felix for another season makes 0 sense. Bro, he's been our best forward. It makes perfect sense. 88 million is a bit sticky. I get that. But the loan spell, there shouldn't be any issues with that. He's only been here half a season and we paid 13 million for 6 months. Aye, fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, nobody can dispute that then. Nobody can dispute that. That would be fine. That would be fine if we do that. Makes you question why we even paid that much for fucking 4 months. But whatever. I ain't complaining. Yeah, I will be at the Legends game. Get to see the likes of, I think, JT, Lampard. Not in the dugout, thank the Lord. Maybe Drogba. Might even see the likes of Christensen return. I cannot wait for the Legends game. Cannot wait. Get me Eden Hazard minutes as well, because Ancelotti won't give it to me. Get me some Eden Hazard minutes. Better ball out, or streets are calling him Spanish Havertz? Who? Felix? Oh, first off, he's Portuguese, bro. And second off, he's already better than Havertz. Already way better. Oh, $30 million in dollars. All right, cool. Soffit, bruv, you say he can't shoot. I've never said he can't shoot. If anything, I've said people underestimate his finishing just because he hits the post too many times. That's better than shooting wide. It's a case of millimeters. But yeah, I see nobody disagreeing with Joao Felix for 60 million. Nice. Nice. Like that. We're all in a universal agreement. That's good. Oh, someone said 60 million is too much. How is that? Like, I'd like an explanation for that. Because I don't see that. I think it's perfect for us. Perfect for us, perfect for Atletico, perfect for Joao Felix too. We always talk about players needing to adapt to different leagues. We haven't even given him the opportunity to do that. So I'm fine with it. Werner at the Legends game. Hopefully he has a ticket. Hopefully he has a ticket. Man said Marco van Ginkel in the Legends game. You know what? Fair enough. Give him one. Give him a shirt. Havertz has been better. Huh? See, this is why we shouldn't have given that brother penalties, man. Now he's got Bruno tax on his head. 13 plus 16 equals 28 million for a lone player. Makes 0 sense considering he's not been that good. But he's been our best forward. I don't know a forward that's been better in the 4 months that he has been here. I don't know one. Low bar, I know the bar is in fucking hell with us right now, but the point still stands. The point still stands. What do you think about Rice? He'd be my first choice. A player that actually loves the club and will give 100%, but that price tag can fuck off. My friend, you see my problem with this argument? You haven't told me any on-the-ball attributes. You just told me that he loves the club and that he'd give 100%. That is a bare minimum requirement that I would ask of a player that puts on this shirt. Now, he's a great ball carrier. I think he'd be a great box-to-box midfielder for us. But the price tag is just a fuckery. And it's been a fuckery with him. I don't even think we're that interested in him. 6 transfer windows have gone by and we've never dropped a bid. I don't think Rice happens. I think he goes Arsenal in the summer. We won't have Mount. We won't have Champions League football. Anything that he wants won't be there. So I think he's going to go. I think he's going to go to Arsenal. It is what it is. Yeah, Sean, bro. It's all mad. It's all mad. I said I'd rather Werner than Havertz. I wish we sold both, man. When Werner left, it was just 1 down, 1 to go for me. DK, I've seen these Neymar rumors, but I just don't believe them. We've been here so many times. It's like, if I hear something a bit more concrete, I'll talk about it. But I just don't think Neymar's coming to Chelsea. I'd be surprised if he leaves in the summer, to be honest. Messi's like, he's obviously going. I don't think Neymar's going to leave. Rice loves the club, lol. Cut to... If he signs for Arsenal as well, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, we won't even slander Rice like that. He's a good player. He's a good player, but it's just not worth that price tag, so it's not worth talking about. You could get 2 midfielders for Rice's price tag, and our midfield would be sorted. I'm sure Lavia and Kone would cost as much as 1 Rice. So, why do we need him? Why do we need him? It's the intangibles and the leadership he brings as well. Don't forget the passion. Don't forget the work rate. And don't forget that he just gets it. He just gets what it means to be Chelsea. You know those players that just understand it? You can't describe it, but like that's why you got to give him all the money, innit? That's why you got to give him everything. The armband, 8-year deal, all of that crap. Nothing beats a little bit of passion. Nothing beats a little bit of passion, my guy. There's a super chat. I need to get to that. Big up to Sam Jove. He says Felix is a creator and needs a striker to create. But he's been expected to do the scoring. Fabregas looked like crap in Barca as a false 9 until he came back to Chelsea with Costa. Use him right. See, I understand that, but it's like Felix's creativity hasn't been great for us. That's been something he needs to improve on. I feel like his best attributes are like driving with the ball. Shooting, I think he has a good shooting technique, but he's hit the post too much and he's created like a little bit of a name for himself as a shit finisher as a result of that. But creativity, I just haven't seen enough of that. One of my biggest issues with Joao Felix is that he's way too selfish. Way too selfish. And fair enough, I wouldn't pass to Kai Havertz either, but the point still stands. Like, if you're going to be a creator, you need to create. And I need to see a little bit more of that from him. Appreciate the donation, my guy. Appreciate the donation, bro. How's Felix Chelsea's best attacker? Is a childish statement. Has he already scored the most goals for us since he's joined? He's the one who looks the best on the ball. The only one who looks like he can drive the ball forward and do something. I think that's about it. It's a low bar and everything, but he has been our best attacker. Someone name me a better, more consistent attacker over the last 4 months. And by the way, please don't say Madueke of 2 games. Please let's not do that, because he hasn't been given enough opportunities throughout the 4 months for it to be a fair judgment. That would just be judging him based off recency. So yeah, let me know. Because it's not Havertz. It's not Sterling. It's not Gallagher. It's not Auba. So, who is it? Who is it? You don't know if we don't have Mount, you're just wishing that. No, I do know. Until Mason Mount signs a contract, I know he is leaving. Because if he doesn't sign a contract by the summer, Mason Mount is gone. Right now, Mason Mount is leaving Chelsea. Until he re-signs, he is leaving Chelsea. That is it. I do know that. Because he has to sign to stay. And until then, he is going. That is it. That is just it. What else? Oh, you think he's definitely leaving? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, you're talking about Neymar, innit? Would you take Verratti as a joy? Yes, yes. If he wanted to leave, fucking bring him in any day ending in a Y. Yes. Any day. Any day. Creating chance for yourself is still create. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. What else? Kante's creating more chances for Felix since coming back. That is crazy. Although Kante has quietly been pretty good going forward the last few games. Hell, not even quietly. He's just straight up has been. I thought like 3-4-3 Sterling, Gallagher, Kante is like ridiculous. But like N'Golo Kante going forwards, bro, where the fuck have you been? Years I've been waiting for like Kante to improve his final ball. It's like, there you go, bro. There you go. And that's why I'm now like fully on the train. Sign that brother up immediately. Sign him up. And I know it's going to happen anyway. I'm not really worried about N'Golo Kante not re-signing. But yeah, that fucking surgery has completely cleaned him up. And I'm glad to see it. Really, I'm glad to see it. What else? What else is everybody saying? Oh, is that the real Ali? If it is, big up. Big up. Let me know in the group chat if it's the real Ali, because I don't know. That's how I don't want Ratatouille in my club. Who's Ratatouille? Oh, Bruno. Must be Bruno. Yeah, let me get this Mason Mount thing up just before we leave. We did touch on it a bit in yesterday's stream, but like I never really got the chance to get into it. Pull it up on the big screen quickly. Cool. Right, so yeah. Chelsea have reopened talks over extending Mason Mount. At the moment, Mount is after more money than Chelsea are prepared to offer, but that could change depending on Pochettino's stance. Shock and horror, as it was about the money and it wasn't about the contract length. I wonder who would have figured that one out. Who would have figured that one out? This has been going on for so long. It is fucking jarring, but the stance should still remain the same. Sign a 1 or 2 year extension with a small pay rise because you do deserve more than 80k a week, and that is completely fair. Show your worth, and then maybe you'll get the money, the same money that Chilwell or James is on or whatever. But you need to show your worth. You can't be demanding that in what was the worst form of your career. I know Mount hasn't played that much in the last 2-3 months or something, but The point still stands. You're playing every game before that, and you were fucking terrible for most of it. Here's the thing. Sign a 1 or 2 year extension. You'll get a lot more game time under Pochettino, because apparently Poch wants to use Mason Mount. And if you improve, I'm sure you're going to get the money that you ask for. And if not, there is the door. There is the door. Pochettino has to do a madness to get him the money that he wants. Because Chelsea have been so tough on their stance, I can't really see them changing it. But yeah, point still stands. If you want to re-sign, sign a 1 or 2 year extension. Because I did hear Chelsea talking about that like a couple weeks ago. That is fine. I got no problem with that. But I see this constant argument where it's like, oh, Chilwell's on this much and he can't stay fit. Reece James is on this much and he can't stay fit. Koulibaly's on this much. Sterling is on this much. I'm sorry, my friend. 2 wrongs do not make a right. 2 wrongs do not make a right. If someone's on wages that they shouldn't be on, that doesn't mean you give someone else wages they shouldn't be on. You should be trying to fix that. So, yeah, no to Mason Mount being on anything over 160k a week, personally. Unless he signs a 1 or 2 year extension. Other than that, save for the memories, big up for 2021 and all of that. It was a really nice run. But yeah, time waits for no man. Chelsea don't need Mason Mount. As much as some fans will try and tell you that. We don't need him. We were fine before him. We will be fine after him. It's not a De Bruyne or a Salah situation, as I've been saying. De Bruyne had 5 appearances for Chelsea. Salah had 12. Mount's had over 125. It's not the same. Let whatever happens, happen. And yeah, whatever. Don't really care too much. I said Lawrence and Lewis wanted Kante out of the club. I said I just wanted to wait for him to come back from injury before you judge him. That was it. Weren't really too fussed past that. And he's been brilliant. So I now want him to resign. That's just it, brother. That's just it. Why does Twitter suddenly hate Chilwell? Chilwell's always had stans and haters. Same with most players. Like for me, Chilwell's had a good purple patch in March when he came back from February, March when he came back from his injury. But it's not been a good season for him. And it's been kind of understandable because of the ACL injury. I felt like that was impacting his game management and the trust that he had on his body at the start of the season. The form over the last couple weeks or so, it's been shocking. It's been shocking. Everything since the Villa game. No, not the Villa game. The Liverpool game has not been good. Not been good at all. It's just not been a good season for him. But like, I wouldn't say I want to sell him because of it. Yeah, it's just, it is what it is with him. He's just not had a good season. What else? You'll regret selling Mount, bro. No, we won't. No, we won't. We really won't. I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. I regret selling De Bruyne. Selling Salah because we didn't give him a chance. That's what I regret. If Mason Mount was to go, no, like, he's had improvements. Like, he's done well for us. He's been given opportunities. He's regressed. He doesn't want to re-sign. We offered money that I thought was very fair to him, and he said no. I don't care. I don't care. I don't think we've done Mason Mount dirty, so I'm not going to be pissed at Chelsea if he goes. I think we've done the best that we could for him. Oh, well. Oh, well. It is what it is. Lewis Mount and Louis have something in common. They care too much about money. Ha! Big up my guy, Harrison. Chilwell's a really good player. A really good wing back. But it's okay to question him as a left back. Really needs... To be fair, playing him in a back four doesn't help. But it doesn't help the team in general. But I hear what you're saying. He's much better as a wing back with more of a license to roam forward. That is him at his best. Totally agree with you, bro. People just don't like Mount because of Johnny. Guys like Johnny don't help. They don't help. But, yeah. players, you know what? Player stands, they don't help in general. So I could see that. They make your criticism come with a lot more different energy because you're just pissed off with the viewpoints that they're having and just a straight bias. It shouldn't even be like that. Either way, if there weren't any Mount stands or simps or anything, I still wouldn't care if he left. Now it's just a case of you lot are so unbearable, I might celebrate when he leaves just to see the look on you fucking dickheads' faces. Because it's jarring. Every day focus on one player over focusing over the club. Now, fuck that. Fuck that. I regret selling Mata. Mount won't be missed. Yeah, Mata was done dirty. He was a deserved two-time player of the year, by the way. I think he won Players Player of the Year too. Like, that was different. When Mata won Player of the Year both years, nobody debated it. 11-12, I don't think anybody was more consistent than Mata. 12-13, the brother got 39 fucking assists in a season. I think he got like 50 G&A plus. No one's going to debate that. Nobody. Mount, though, it's like, no, it's not the same. That's Waffle Lewis. Mason is one of our better players. How about he shows it this season? Because he didn't. He didn't. Football is a what are you doing for me now business, not what did you do for me in 2021. People need to realize that. People need to. We don't need... Bro, here's the thing. If Mason Mount doesn't resign, then we do need to sell him because he's got a year left on his contract. This is what I think a lot of people aren't understanding. This isn't about whether you rate the player or not. This isn't about your opinion on him or anything. This is just simply put, if he does not sign a contract within the next month or so, he is going anyway. Whether you rate him or not, he's gone. So it's like, why are people so pressed? Why are people so pressed? What if he turns out to be world class? Good for him. I hope my team turns out to be world class, then it won't hurt. Any amount. Exactly. I'd even say 160k just to double it. You're on 80k, double it, go to 160, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. It's not deep. Anything over that, you're taking a piss. You're taking a piss. I heard we offered him 180k a week. And it's like, raw, you said no to 180. If that's true, bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Is Mount and Kai stands the only stands you hate, Lewis, or is there more? Big up Matt, but I can't stand Kepa stands. Yeah, that might be about it. Ziyech as well, maybe. Yeah, Ziyech. Just anyone who stands shit players. Like, that's just it. Like, where are your standards? You stand shit players. Like, what are we doing? My idol is world arse. Can't be asked. Sounds like you're the only one pressed. No, not really. He's going to go in a month. I don't really care. It's annoying hearing people still trying to push this, oh, we need to sign Mount at all costs narrative because you're not really thinking of the club's best interests. But I'm not really pressed. He's going to go. It is what it is. And unless he signs a contract, he is gone. He's gone. He's done. He's finished. He's leaving. The 1 year left. Exactly. Exactly, JP. It's a rule for everyone. This is the same energy Kovacic is going to have. You have a year left on your deal. If you're not going to re-sign, you are going. It's as simple as that. They do not want to be in a position that Chelsea were in with Christensen and Rudiger, the position that we're in right now with N'Golo Kante. That's why they sold Jorginho in January. Why do people think it's going to be different for Mason Mount? It is not. He is going to go. And when he does, we will be here. And if he resigns, we will be here too. And then maybe we can talk about Mason Mount's long-term future. Because until then, I'm not talking about it. Man, stop talking down on Mount like he's never done anything good. 2021, he was one of our most consistent players. You talk on him like he's have. Did I not just say big up for 2021? Are you sure, my friend? I think you need some help. I think you need some help, Poku. I've literally said exactly what you're saying. Literally said exactly what you're saying. You saw Sterling get 300k, so he asked for the same wage. That's it. But it's like, I'm sorry you've not won 4 league titles and you're not in the top 20 highest goal scorers in Premier League history, my guy. You don't have pedigree to live off. Unlucky. Pochettino imminent. Apparently it is. Hopefully it's soon, because I want to be live for it. You stand Sterling and Lukaku over Werner. In what world have I ever been? Not even worth it. Not even worth it. Kai's our top goal scorer of only 1 pen. No, he's had 2. So that's wrong. That's wrong. Although I did think if it wasn't Joao Felix who was our top goal scorer, it would be Kai. But yeah, go on. Fair enough. I guess Felix might be our top non-penalty goal scorer. At least he doesn't need to stat pad penalties. But fair enough. Fair enough. You said Sterling will beat Werner first season, GA, and you said you pay. What a load of waffle. Find me the stream, bruv. About 1,000. What are you waffling about? This dude is what minerals? Huh? I don't think that was me. 2021 was Werner doing... No, it wasn't. Even with the GNA, Mount was well clear of Timo Werner. Let's not do it. Let's not do that. You see? It's not just cussing out Mount for everyone moaning about it. Thank you, Harry. I'm glad you noticed it. You said Mata deserved... I don't think Mount deserved last season's Player of the Year. That should have been Silva, or that should have been Rudiger, or James, or a defender. I don't think any attacker should have touched that. No attacker should have touched that award last season. Simple as. Meanwhile, in 12-13, our attack was fucking fluid. Mata, Hazard, Oscar, Fernando Torres with his best goal-scoring season for Chelsea. That's the difference. And who was the key in that attack? Juan Mata. That's the difference. Context needs to be applied. And anyway, let me check Player of the Year just before I send the link out. I want to see who won that. Can I even find that? Nah, fuck it. Long. Can't be asked. Whatever. I'm going to send the link out anyway. Right. While I'm doing this, you guys already know. Hit the like button. Super chat if you want to guarantee I see your comment. And yeah, let's get into this. Oh yeah, Harry, to be honest, if you want the link as well, I'll send it over. Give me a sec. There we go. Now it's done. Yes, my guys. What's everybody saying?
I'll just listen to more waffle news.
Well, which one's that? The Neymar stuff? Or...
No, the Mount stuff. That's the same report they had 2 weeks ago that they were reopening talks, wasn't it? And then they came out and said, no, they're not reopening talks. Another reopening talks again. Come on, man.
It's been the same shit for months. Really has.
Yeah. I really don't care.
Slow news day.
I kind of want I want one thing. I don't think Mount is the priority. I think we have way bigger and get rid of players than Mount. I just want to be left alone with that Mount situation. Freaking tired of it.
Yeah.
Roman Loftus-Cheek is more important to get rid of. Ziyech is more important to get rid of. Gallagher is more important to get rid of.
I don't even think it's a case of importance. I just think it's like it's happening. So it's
it can be a clear out.
It's gone.
It's gonna be a clear out. You're right, Jester. It's gonna be a clear out. I just don't like. For example, like I understand people don't rate Mount and blah 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 whatever, but
he's a
Daniel. The reason why is just I report on the latest news of the day. Even if it's the same fucking news, I'm still going to report on it.
No. Like... I'm not saying you try to be like Pies, but with YouTube channel, but just
like Alex.
Yeah,
like I agree with you. Alex. Like, he is a better player than those guys that you mentioned, but I just not that much better.
Your mic is moving mad again, bro.
Is it really?
Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, wait. I think it's a little bit better. Oh, well, he's gone.
Nothing news is Felix. Felix, potentially, we're going to get him on another loan. Because I don't think
we've been saying that for weeks.
No, but no, the twist now is Atletico. I don't know how true is this. They're looking at Cucurella and Aubameyang.
Cucurella and Aubameyang.
Don't listen to this guy, a southpaw, saying, do not listen to Alex. He will ruin Chelsea again.
When did you ruin him the first time?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I ruined.
It's all
you ruined Chelsea with your 3 years of Jorginho slander. Now we're 12.
Yeah.
Is that any better?
Oh yeah.
No, I got a feeling. This is. I know who he is. This guy. He keeps changing his names and things and keeps open new accounts and stuff. You see, because he's the one that used to be over here and he got banned from every channel. His name is ClassRef CFC. All of a sudden now he's different name. But I know who he is. Let him be.
Oh, is it ClassRef?
No, that's not ClassRef.
Oh.
That's a guy that
ClassRef Patter rolls in. Big up, bro.
Yo.
Do we play Force at home?
Yeah.
I think maybe that they'll announce Potch at the game.
That'd be cool. Cool.
Why not?
They're saying it's meant to be today. Well, they
say imminent. What does that mean?
Yeah, Jared, even if they announce it during the week, but then present him at the game, that'd be cool.
Potentially.
Yeah. I just think that that's a possibility if you're looking for times. You're going to want to do it to make the biggest splash, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And
Magic,
this guy.
Now you sure he's the guy? Just
I guess I shouldn't assume his gender.
Hey, if I speak about Posh, I'm in big trouble, man. So I have to keep it low key.
Nobody's. What trouble are you gonna be, man? What trouble, man?
You didn't want Poch, did you?
It's not about that. Even in trouble. What trouble, man?
Yeah, I
we all
saw-
know.
I-
Well, we all
Not
know this
relevant,
channel
man.
anyway.
Just
so
like mine, just like
you
anybody
can watch,
else.
You can
on
watch
here.
sarcasm and see what happens. So
I
I
saw
was-
this.
yeah.
I wasn't
I
a
saw
big
this
fan of
fraud.
that.
I saw this fraud fodder on a video this morning with a couple of guys trying to get the crowd going in front of him, and he's just sitting there on his ass,
Yeah.
not saying a thing, like the rest of the Chelsea fans, just sitting there looking dead in the face while a couple of guys are trying to get the crowd going, and he's just looking at him like, "Look at this idiot! What are they doing? This fraud. LeBron sucks."
hey, 3-1.
I'd like to see what Rance has to say about
Oh,
Poch
the dildo scope.
coming to Chelsea. I know he was worried that if we got Poch, that we would we'd be back.
Who rants?
Yeah,
Yeah,
think
he was saying from before a couple of weeks now, Poch was our best move after Potter got sacked.
Yeah, most teams should be scared next season. We have a really talented team with playing once a week with a new manager who's going to have 5 days to drill stuff with them every week. They should not be. They should definitely be worried next season about Chelsea. This isn't born. We're not Bournemouth, and we just had like a decent year. This is like a football club with a lot of talent that's about to be playing once a week with a manager who has an idea of how to play football, and it's going to have several days throughout the week to train the team. And it's not going to be pretty for some of these teams playing in Europe for the first time.
yep. There's gonna be a lot of drop off from teams that
Oh, yeah.
were back.
One team I can see dropping off might even struggle next season is Fulham.
Not only that team, Fulham,
Yeah,
Brighton.
Brentford.
Depending on the
Come
band,
on,
Brentford.
I think I think Newcastle's going to be in for a rude awakening next year.
I
They might
think
finish.
United
They
is
might
gonna
finish
be-
like 6, 7, 8, but they're where they're at this season. They should enjoy it while they're
I
there.
think it'd be Arsenal that fall back out to 5th and 6th next season.
I
They
don't.
will.
I don't think Arsenal.
Nah,
I
they
think
will.
Arsenal.
Trust
They
me.
will.
Arsenal have found the consistency in the
No,
way they play.
No, they
I
haven't.
think it's more their season. Their players have all had their career best.
Didn't West
best
Ham
season.
found consistency last season?
No. Did you hear
No?
what Antonio
No?
said?
Okay.
No, I'll tell you what Antonio said, yeah? And the West Ham striker. I was reading to an interview.
I
The
don't
reason
need
they're
to hear what he
struggling is because David Moyes changed the way they approach. Have you noticed now they're sitting back more? So at the beginning of the season, they tried to be more possession based, but it wasn't suitable
Don't
to the
make me
players they have.
laugh. Don't make me laugh.
No, I'm
Rodrigo.
telling you what the player, an actual West Ham player
Yeah,
said.
I'm gonna
That's-
believe what Tony said because I see how they became a position based and they still passing it to Antonio up top. Yeah, I'll
No. At the
believe
beginning
you.
of the season, they were trying to play football. They were
Oh,
trying to
so
become
that's why.
like they were basically trying to move from their identity to become more of a possession-based team, but it just didn't work. So they revert back to fundamentals, to what David Moyes' team approached him.
Well,
That's-
Rodrigo, I would argue one good Premier League season in the last 20 is not consistency. So we'll see next
Yeah.
year how Arsenal look.
Exactly.
You know, Rodrigo, they
they're
finished
playing-
second in 2009 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how they play with Champions League football next season, and playing in 4, 5, 6 competitions potentially. So, yeah, we'll see who's consistent. Well, it is what it is. I mean, you can talk about consistency is winning trophies year in and year out, like we do. That's consistency. Having one down season is an anomaly. So again, Chelsea, very talented team, playing once a week with a manager who knows what he's going to do, is real problems for most of this league next year.
Definitely gonna
Plus,
be-
Let me
next
ask you.
season
No,
as well.
definitely.
Like,
Let me ask you.
You're gonna get a lot of rotation because we're gonna enter into the second round of the League Cup, and then by the
What?
time at least,
He won't.
yeah,
He won't rotate.
He won't rotate.
Fucking shit.
Let me
You want-
ask you.
it'll
Is
be
that
a second
true
round
that
of League
Felix
Cup
is
next
gonna
year.
get?
because we're not in Europe.
Is Felix
that.
getting 60? Is Atletico getting a 16 million fee for season loan plus his wages?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the
so-
deal.
So the true is that it's 28 mil for one season will end up.
I'm guessing if if his wages are 12 million
Yeah.
a year,
Yeah.
I mean I don't know what his wages are at the top of my head. So yeah,
For
This is
28
a
million this
reported
season.
fee, by the way.
as well. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So I don't think it's good then. 30 mil.
I mean,
this
it's better than
season.
paying 80. Just might as
I
well
mean,
take another risk.
it isn't. We're
No.
getting rinsed for a player.
It's not better than paying 80. What you know what's better? Don't pay it at all and just let him go. That's better.
Wow.
I mean, I'll take the risk on Felix because he has those.
Do I think
Wow.
Gerrard is better than Salah?
What the fuck, man?
Yeah,
Hey.
big up Andrew Hiller. I'm a massive Gerrard fan.
Hillier.
However, my dad, uncles are telling me Salah is our greatest Premier League player. Your thoughts as
Yes.
Chelsea fans? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
if
guess.
you
He's got
got
you a league title,
if you got
Gerrard
the league
has.
title, yeah.
Even
Yeah.
in that, he broke all the records for.
Exactly.
There's
I don't think
yeah,
Liverpool-
definitely.
no.
Yeah, definitely.
Gerrard might be like second, third for you guys, but
I don't
like,
think.
Man said
Gerrard was the
third. Okay,
second.
don't overdo it. He's not.
Gerrard
no, because
still.
like you gotta make. I feel like you can make an argument for Mane too.
No, Gerrard.
Not
Gerrard's
mine.
number
No.
one for me.
I'm
He won
talking
Champions
about
League.
what's his name? That guy that played the coach. What's his name?
Douglas.
The Glish. Yeah, the Glish is way higher.
No,
than,
he's in Premier League player, Premier League era.
Dungley was in
Well,
the
Douglas
Premier League.
Division 1.
Depends how you view it,
Yeah,
though, doesn't it?
well-
That's
You
why I
got
was
didn't
thinking
Champions
more
League.
Mane because like he would.
I
have
think when you say Premier League,
contribution
Asai is Salah is the
Mane.
best we
Oh.
ever had of all time. Better than
Of all
anybody.
time. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Are you
Yeah,
freaking
so-
kidding me? The guy broke all the records for anybody in Liverpool. Yeah, he deserved that. He's been there for a
That's
long
okay,
time.
the most goals yet.
He's like one
Well,
more person to
if
beat,
you
right?
deep it, 3 of the top 4 that are probably going to make top 4 this year, if you think it's United, Newcastle, Arsenal, Man City, 3 of the top 4 need 5 to 7 players in the summer.
I
Yeah.
hope
They
Liverpool
need
make
depth.
top 4.
That's true. Yeah, Arsenal needs
Arsenal,
depth to be
Arsenal, and
competitive in
United.
Europe.
Yeah.
100%.
They need 5 to 7 players in the
Yeah.
summertime.
I don't know about 7,
United-
but for sure 5. Yeah.
And
United,
it's not
we don't know.
and it's not like we're not going to strengthen in the summer either. So
Well, and we need 3.
Yeah.
A striker, a
Yeah.
6, and a goalkeeper.
Yeah, we need 3 for sure. Yeah.
More importantly, we need outgoings and bad.
Outgoings will come
Yeah.
though.
More
Yeah,
outgoings, more ingoings.
yeah, that's the easy part though.
We'll
That's
be
the what?
alright.
People
That's
just
an
think
easy
that.
part. The shipping out of people is easy to do.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I don't
What do you mean
know.
you don't know? We've got so many
Well-
players that clubs would want.
Well, because my thing is I just think that because I saw the thing for Pochettino where he said like he wants a small squad, but I don't know if he knows what players he wants to keep from now. If he does, then it should be easy. But if he wants to like see it out and be like, oh, I want this player and that player, then it
Surely
gets
you've
a bit...
seen enough of these players to know.
No,
Yeah, well,
he's-
I think he already said he gave a list to the club of players he wants to buy and sell. Or
Okay.
keep and sell. Excuse me,
Reportedly.
keep and sell. Yeah, yeah.
reportedly. Because
Well, then I guess it's just all about getting takers and not getting lowballed. But other than that, we should be good.
well, you know who the hardest player is going to be to sell in the
Lukaku.
entire
Yeah.
thing? No,
Yeah.
Callum
No.
Hudson-Odoi.
Yes.
Hey, he just
He's on 120 grand a week.
But he's young though. That's the thing.
And he's
That's
done
the
It
risk.
doesn't matter. He
Yeah,
ain't worth.
we'll take it.
He ain't worth half that.
Oh, 100%. He's not
Well,
worth
if
it.
he's
But I think
if
still
he
young.
has ambitions, he will take a pay cut. But
Well,
I think you're
take
going to
it-
see him on the bench next season.
How many years he got left? 1 more year, right?
I don't know.
One year in the summer.
From next season, yes.
Oh,
1 year in the
Big
summer.
Ron,
He's got- he's- yeah.
is that your shopping list for Manchester United? Eric Dyer, Danny Rose, is that your shopping list? Sit over wherever you belong, man.
I mean, they are above us in the league, but
That don't mean
Nobody asks you shit, mate.
I'm just telling you the truth, man.
Oh, he broke the truth. He broke the truth. I didn't know
So-
the Man
so are
United
10
higher
other
than
teams.
Chelsea.
exactly.
Let's go, beef.
He
Nah,
broke the
they're
truth.
You mute your mic trying to answer. Keep it that way.
Oh, I would have.
It would be amazing if
Punch up.
Atletico
Let's
did
go
go
have
in
this punch
and
up.
buy Cucurella.
Oh, also, yeah, I want to know you guys' take on the whole like left back thing. Like, is it basically just Cucurella out no matter what? Or I'm guessing I know
should.
Well, Chilwell's
Jester
signing
wants
is-
Matt-
Not
Madsen
out
gone,
no matter
fine.
what, but like if a good fee comes in for him, I would sell.
Yeah.
I'd sell.
My thing
Yeah,
is, I
so-
didn't think it was possible to get a good fee for Cucurella since he just came in for 60 and he had this year. So Could,
I'm,
could he-
yeah.
I mean, if
I'm
somebody
o-
comes in with it, then
I don't see Atletico
okay, let him
Madrid though,
go.
man. Simone out wouldn't like Cucurella, surely.
I mean, he's
That's
mean,
the thing.
familiar with the
Competition left,
Spanish
you can
game
have
and
Matson
stuff.
and Chilwell. Left centre back, it'll be Colwell and Badiashile.
You guys don't want to give Cucurella
I
another
think
chance. He's
Everybody,
60 million.
everybody
He's
who's
invested.
saying Matson in haven't watched the freaking 90 minutes of the guy playing.
the thing is
Oh,
that
that's a
Mats,
definite.
No, I've watched Burnley week in and week out. I'll have you know.
Yeah, I see it. I see
Yeah, I
it.
believe that.
I think he
We
goes back
don't-
on loan to Burnley.
the thing is, like, from what I understand, I think Matson and Chilwell are quite similar, and it's Cucurella who'd be like the different one between the three of them.
We
Say that again?
we invested the outlier, right? Yeah, he's a little different. But we also invested like a good amount of money. You guys don't want to give him another chance just for depth. He didn't have to start, but like you know what Cucurella can do. I mean, like getting rid of him might turn out good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what's happened to him this season where he looks like he cannot defend, because at Brighton he definitely could. So
Yeah,
I don't think he's lost his ability to defend. So I'm willing to give him another season just based purely on that, in the hope that he suddenly finds a way to defend.
Yeah.
I just think he's weak of mind. So
I think
You
he went
think
through personal
Cucurella
shit. I think
is-
that's why.
Cucurella
But at the
is?
same time, like, yeah.
I actually think Chilwell is less capable of defending
That's
than
a lie,
Cucurella.
Pedo.
well, I didn't say anything about defending. I think he's weak up here.
Yeah, I mean that's also because of the personal stuff that was going on, but I don't know what's really going on behind the scenes.
I don't even care. I don't even care about any of that. Just when you're on the pitch, just defend. That's what I care about.
Well, that goes to a lot to playing.
I don't think
Yeah,
Cucurella is
that's
leaving.
true.
I don't think Chilwell is leaving. So
Chilwell's
I
not
don't think.
leaving. He's just
Chilwell
on
just
the
had a
contract.
2-year extension.
Cucurella
Chilwell's
one
not
more
leaving, man.
season, hopefully. But
I think it'd be Matson that leaves if anyone.
Yeah, it'll probably be Matson, but I hope we sell him with with a buyback clause.
Yeah, I think we will to Burnley.
Why?
Just
I
in
think
case.
You tend to get more money for him if you don't put a buyback clause.
I don't really care about that.
Well, the club does.
Yeah, no, but I'm giving you my opinion. So.
It just makes sense to put it in there though, just because even if
Did
you
you
don't take
ask
the
him
option up, you know
just
what I mean? You've got it.
Did you ask him?
oh dear, what is this? What happened here? Me.
Honestly, I'll try to get another loan from Matson, not a buyback club, because like he's
I don't-
Zavi, you're right. Chilwell is horrible defending, man. The guy is afraid. He always gives. He reminds me of Cahill at the end of his career when he gives too much space and let the crosses comes in, let the players run at him. You're right. I have questions about Chilwell's defense.
Yo, Lewis, is that me? Sorry.
Now we need sell Colwell and Matson just because.
Oh, it's me. Sorry, my fan was on. It's hot.
No worries, bro.
Yeah.
That was you.
No, I would say like sell Colwell and Matson.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay.
I say sell Colwell and Matson.
Moya, let
just
me
for the
let me
FFP.
tell you a secret, Moya.
So
There's
cool.
a thing I'll resign the contract before you go
I'm
on
paying
loan
the
again.
FFP, bro.
Well, you have all the agenda you want to. That's a list of things to do. But
Yeah,
you know.
I was gonna say, John,
Cinderella.
like, why if Matson gets sold? Because like, I'd understand if either one of Cucurella or Matson was to get sold.
People need to realise as well, if you sell Matson, it's straight profit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight profit. Like Cucurella, if he gets a good price tag, it is what it is.
You know
Chilwell's
who
the only one I
didn't-
don't think was because he just re-signed.
You know who else didn't sign
Quick question:
extend his
what
contract?
makes us gonna break that?
You know
FFP?
who else didn't
If we buy how many
get
players
the
for?
contract extension?
Conte?
What are you talking about FFP
No.
for?
No, I'm just fearing that FFP that would be
Brighton
legit,
center
though,
back, Chelsea's kid. He still
Colwell.
didn't sign the Colwell. He still didn't sign the extension.
Oh, when's his contract done?
I'm not
I
sure.
think it was next year.
Next year.
Oh, okay. So
No, didn't he sign before he left?
I thought we signed.
That's
him
what
before he
I'm
left, yeah.
saying. I don't think he did though.
I'm
It
not
was
sure.
I'll tell you
never.
real quick. Give me a second.
I
He's
think
on
he
the
signed
contract
1
till
year.
2025. Till
Yeah, he
2025.
signed
So-
before he left. He definitely signed before he left. I remember.
Yeah, I know. I think it was like a 1 or 2 year extension.
2-year extension.
So he can. Yeah. So 25. So next season is gonna be 1 year left. So he can go on loan.
Colwell's
I think-
one I'd keep.
I think Colwell is gonna be one of those make or break for the potential signing of
Hey,
what's his
Colwell
name?
balling, man. The deservey. Let him.
What's his
Let him
name?
ball
He
it.
didn't even start last couple of games, man. What you talking about?
Well, when he
And
did play, he
and
did
he's
play
injury
good.
prone.
Yeah, he has played well. to be
What's
fair
his
to him.
name? We can use him as what's his name?
For Casado.
Casado. Yeah, I think it will be a wonderful trade.
And apparently, everybody thought that McAllister is done to Liverpool, but apparently is not.
Yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So,
Yeah,
I don't
Liverpool
think
wanna
he's done
fold
either.
that.
I
But
don't
that's
How
think
many
not the
he's
midfielders
profile.
are they meant to be done with, and then they've not got across the line?
Well,
Yeah.
again,
Hopefully get Mountain across the line.
he's not the type of midfielder we need. We need a defensive midfielder.
Exactly.
Like
That's
No,
what
Casado.
Yeah,
no
we don't-
eight,
you don't
no,
need him.
you know, maybe 8'6". We need a defensive midfielder that's gonna. That's what he's
Exactly.
gonna do the entire
Yeah.
game.
100%.
Did you guys
We
watch
need a
Lavia
so
yesterday?
badly.
I wasn't impressed, man.
Watch
You
who?
wasn't?
No,
Latvia.
Southampton
One,
just shit.
it's one
Southampton just shit.
game, man. It's
One bad game, though, yeah.
No,
One
and
game.
Southampton are just shit, man.
Who
They're
won them a
cheats.
penalty?
Lavia.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm talking about his role as a DM.
I think he
I don't
played
know,
fine,
he
right?
looks very slow. I don't know.
He just
He's young
had a
guy,
bad
but
game, Rodrigo. He's young. He's gonna have
I
bad
don't
games.
think he's
He's 18,
actually.
yeah.
I don't think he's
Right,
a
it's like,
DM.
I think he probably played like a 19 or 20-year-old,
Yeah.
which is what he is, you know?
No, I don't think he's a DM.
Can you put
When I
link
watch
to
him
membership in the chat? What's the membership link? Big up Mitchy boy. Let me sort that.
Do you know who I want as a 6 though? Paulinho from Fulham.
Oh, stop that
Oh,
crap!
Yeah,
who's
I
the one that only had
I'm
one?
not on that train.
Yeah,
He's
talk
only
about
one
a
I'm
game.
bad
not on
game.
that train yet either.
Yeah, you're
I
talking
don't
about
think- I
playing
don't think
slow
He's very
and
high-
red
high-
card prone. Yeah, go
Victor,
ahead.
how was good was his last season?
Last season at
Yes.
Sporting.
I don't know.
Yeah, Sporting was good. That's why I got.
Was
That's why I
good.
got bought by Fulham. Yeah, and he plays for
Yeah.
the Belgium national team as well. He
Mm.
played
had
the
a
World
good
Cup,
se-
but no,
he's had a
no,
really
no,
good
no one
season.
knows.
You say Paulinho?
Yeah,
Isn't he Portuguese?
he's
No,
Portuguese.
Brazilian.
That's what I said. That's why I said he plays for Portugal in the
He
World
said
Cup. That's what I
Belgium.
said.
He said Belgium. Yeah,
He said
Oh, did
Belgium,
I? Oh,
bro.
sorry. Portuguese.
that's
Yeah,
Lavia.
so you don't know what he's all about. You've seen him for one
Yeah, I
season.
do. I just
Everybody
messed
goes,
up. I
"Hey,
messed
we
it
need to
up.
buy this guy. One season."
But he played for Sporting, right? That was
Yeah.
right.
I don't know. You
Yeah,
tell
exactly.
me. I don't
Been
know.
watching,
What you're talking about.
Victor's been watching Lavia all year, thinking he's Paulinho.
No, like
Wait,
what's
he's
Paulinho is
28.
good.
Paulinho is 28
He's
already.
good, but he's
That's a
had one
very
season.
Yeah, rather
Well,
go
he's
for
had
someone
he's had
younger,
one season
yeah.
at Fulham. He's had other seasons in Portugal.
Yeah.
How many
You
red
know?
cards has he had this year?
Paulinho.
I know he
Not
had
not
5
really
and then he got
detractor,
suspended.
but
But I don't think he even has a red card. He had
You don't
5
think
yellow
he's had a red
cards.
card
He's-
this year?
He's 28. He's going to cost a lot of money. He's had one season in the Prem. I'm not for it.
Yeah, it's tough to say one season is Prem proven. It's definitely not. And especially if a teams identify a weakness in your game and then exploit you the next season. So
Mitchy boy, gonna drop it now. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Completely forgot.
But
Yeah,
what's
mean-
wrong with 28 years old? It's not that bad.
Yeah,
Good age.
No, I'm
I'm
saying
not
the money.
Is that
saying.
the
Well,
profile?
that will be his last contract.
He costs so much money for what he's.
They
That's
went
what I'm
60
trying to
million.
say.
I mean,
At 28,
how much money are you really talking? Like, he's not going to be 100 million because he's 28. Like, what are you?
It'll be
They
60,
want
yeah.
60 for
What do you
it.
mean?
They want
They
60.
just had their
Okay.
he's 10th in the league. They're not going to sell him
Okay.
for 30,
Okay,
40
okay,
million
and okay,
For
and
the
how
people-
much?
for the
Hold
people
on.
at the- oh,
How much do you think Lavia will cost?
40.
40 million because they're getting relegated.
50 max, probably. Yeah.
I mean, we offered 50 in the summer, and they
Yeah,
got
they weren't
rejected,
getting
so
relegated,
they're not
yeah.
going to
we
accept
didn't
him.
offer no 50 to Lavia. Why you lying?
It was
I
40,
mean,
wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think we bid
Was
for
it
him.
50
Yeah.
or 40?
Wait, bang into mash and waffles, man.
Nobody offered Lavia nothing.
yeah, I don't
We
think
did.
I don't think they
we
offered him
did.
a contract. They
The
talked to
Southampton-
him to see
No.
if he was interested,
One at
but they never
time.
made any contract offers. To
One
him.
at a
weren't
time. Shut up, man. Don't get
I'm not gonna
involved.
shut
There's people talking.
I'm not going to shut up.
And do it. They weren't dead last in the Premier League back then either.
No.
Look,
The
Lavia-
relegation, I understand.
Lavia is 19. What we're saying is going to be expensive to get 28. It's not because how much the fee is going to be from Fulham. It's going to be how much he will want the salary is weekly, because that will be his last contract. You get it? So he's 28. He knows that this is his most successful last contract. Do you think he's going to be on cheap weekly wages wise?
How much is he
He'll
on
want
that
more
for?
than he's worth.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He will ask for his last contract around 250K a week if he comes to Chelsea. plus 60 mil for whatever the fee, right? And he doesn't have no resale value after that.
Yep.
That's my point. And you compare him to Lavia? Are you seriously compare what's investing in 19 years old versus investing in 28?
No, that's not the point. That's not the point I was making. The point I was making is when because you spoke about wages, which I wasn't talking about. He was talking about like the transfer fee was going to be
The transfer
substantially
fee would
more
still be for me
because he's older, and I just wasn't seeing the logic there. To be fair, with Lavia, the relegation does help him.
I didn't put his age
no,
to his
you
fee.
didn't. Hold on. You didn't. Bobby did. And I was talking to Bobby originally. You just came in and spoke about wages.
Me.
The other guy on the panel.
Kitchen. Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? His name is Bobby. I thought it was a joke. I didn't think it was a real name. Bobby.
Because Lavia is so young, don't you think it's better to get in the DM now so Lavia doesn't have to play every single game next season?
Yes, exactly. That's
so
Victor. This is exactly what
we can get Paulinho, even though he's 28, and they can still learn off each other.
Oh my god!
And then they can both play. They like when Paulinho's can play Lavia.
I don't think they're gonna buy 2 DMs though in one.
I'll be honest, I don't care. Just get any DM you want. Anyone. Ugarte, Rice, Ravia, just get anyone. I don't give a fuck.
I think people pay attention as a defensive midfield nowadays is not as a register, but I think it's like a creative defensive midfielder. like there's no Pirlos, man. I didn't see any of those midfielders that were linked to make those Pirlo passes beside Enzo. That's the only person that does it. I haven't seen a midfielder, the deep playmaker, like what's his name? Like what's that guy's name that used to be a Liverpool player? Man,
Xabi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso. This is one of my favorite players in the Premier League from Liverpool. But there's no such a players like this. There's no. This is what people want out of the DM when we have the possession. What we want is Mikel out of DM when we are defensive midfield.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's what people. This is what kids think nowadays. That this is what's gonna be. The problem with this situation, you need to build those two partnership. Whoever comes in to be combined in one thing, beside Enzo. So we need the defensive monster and who can carry the ball.
That's what I think.
It's the best thing
is. Worried about Lavia. I don't think Lavia is good in tackles. I've watched him. I don't know. He's not good in tackles.
Do you rate what's this Chelsea's what's his name? Madueke?
Do I rate Madueke? Yeah, I think he's all right. No, I don't rate him.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I watch
you see,
for example,
they are the same age.
No, it's not even an age thing. It's about the quality. Like when I watch Ugarte, he's a tackle monster. He always goes into tackle. Sometimes too hard.
Listen to me, Rodrigo. Listen to me, Rodrigo. If you ever been coached by any manager, and if you play the defensive position, every common sense manager will tell you, if you go into the slide tackle to any kind of tackles, that means that you beat. That means that everything you do in defensive wise, you already lost. Because when you're going into the tackles, that's your admission that you lost the battle. That's your last result. So please, for fuck's sake, don't tell me nothing about the tackles, because I don't care. Same thing with people actually telling me that Christensen is a bad defender. No, he's not. Because the guy never went to the tackles. The tackles were less. The less he tackles, the more I actually gonna rate the defender. So no disrespect, but get back in your car, crank the engine,
No.
and maybe
You can't just dismiss it like that. The guy is slow. Lavia is slow.
Slow.
And in recovery runs, he runs like he has cement in his boot. Listen, when we sign him, and then you see that, you're gonna come to me and say,
he's not slow, man. You've been watching.
He's slow. He's mad slow. He is not slow.
Do you think Enzo is slow?
Yeah, Enzo's slow. Yeah, so you have
because he's not DM. What are you on about?
And then you don't need to be like blistering quick to be a DM.
No,
you don't.
It's more about positioning.
Position awareness.
It's more about positioning.
You do realize Enzo is a playmaker.
I realize everyone here.
What the
Everyone's
fuck does that have to do with
Lavia.
anything?
Planning
Everyone
playmaker.
asks of Lavia, but when he actually comes there, you're gonna see it.
Fucking
The guy is not the finished product. He's not.
Well, he's
slow
not going to be the
and-
He's
finished product
19.
at 19, is he?
That's what
My
I'm
brother,
saying.
my
But
brother is
listen,
19.
See,
that's what I'm
Rodrigo,
saying.
you see,
You want to
Rodrigo,
give a 19-year-old the responsibility to be the central DM at Chelsea. Come on.
In fact, I said this.
Because that's the
You
team
can
we're
sign-
building is through
No.
youth.
Listen, you can sign him, but you need to sign another more experienced DM to play.
And you think that's Ugarte, who you didn't know last year
I didn't
either.
say that's Ugarte.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't know Enzo Fernandez last year either.
Ugarte. Did I say I'm going to sign him? Do I have the
True,
power to
true.
sign players to Chelsea? Jesus.
Rodrigo, what about
Stop
Rice?
Stop
He's not
sucking
Rice.
off Lavia. Just go watch some games. You see it.
I've watched him all season, Rodrigo. He's not slow, man. He's not slow.
He is slow.
I mean,
thought
hold on. The argument about him being slow is so asinine anyway. It doesn't even matter. You don't need to be blistering quick to be a DM anyway.
No.
What's the point with
I say
this?
slow because I've seen him in recovery when he's lost the ball when he has to recover, and he's nowhere near it.
Okay, then that's the part that he needs to work on. Here, hold on. Then the part he needs to, hold on. The part he needs to work on is not losing the ball, not being quicker. Like
No,
then that should be your point.
Transition.
Okay, I guess fair enough.
So now let me tell you again, Rodrigo. First of all, when we want Lavia because of his prospect. We don't want Lavia, or at least not me, want Lavia to actually be a starting Chelsea player next season. Okay?
We need that DM. Sorry, go on.
Yes. That's why I'm saying is go for another midfielder and get Lavia because this is opportunity to buy him. You understand what opportunity to buy?
100% agree with you. But what
Thank
I'm hearing
you.
is people putting him as our starting. That's my issue. Is
No.
He's not the finish. It can't be us. We need to sign. We need to sign a proper DM and then get Lavia as well.
He wouldn't be my
Lavia
starting
can
DM.
even play in Enzo's position. He's very good with his long passes. He's actually very good.
Exactly,
Okay.
Ja. When we buy in DM, we will looking to buy Lavia as to be on the bench and learn.
I think that they're gonna bring him in to start.
Yeah,
I mean, if he fights himself into the first team, yeah.
So everybody's talking about we need another midfielder.
Yeah.
Then put a name to it. Don't just say we need another midfielder. Let's
Declan Rice. He's the obvious
Declan
answer.
Rice,
Declan
Jay,
Rice.
that's
Declan
what I
Rice
mean.
all
Well,
day.
we're not getting
Exactly.
Declan Rice.
No.
You can forget about that.
West Ham said they want
How do you know that,
120
though?
mil.
It's not,
I'll be honest. I just don't think it really matters.
They're not going to pay 100 mil.
They're not going to pay 120 mil, no.
They're too
West
stupid.
Ham. Wait. West Ham want a 120 million to a Champions League club.
No, they said
Arguably.
100 mil or a player. They said 100 mil and a player is good too. Look at this guy's
But
sports.
again, that could be Arsenal.
It's not going to be 100 mil. It's not going to be 100 mil. It'll be less than that.
Mil anyway.
Probably, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, Arsenal, Liverpool are not going to pay that.
Was it?
They're not going to pay that kind of money. But Rice
Hello?
is the obvious answer.
Okay.
You've seen what
Can
he's
you hear me?
against Man
Yes.
United. You saw
Yeah.
what he did.
No.
We wish we couldn't. I mean,
Aw.
yes.
That's me.
No,
You sound just like your clothes. Ron.
what?
Hey, yo. And
Hey.
cancel. We're going to get cancelled soon.
We ain't never getting cancelled.
Yeah, we ain't ever getting cancelled. Oh, famous last
we already had our cancel moment.
famous last words.
Yeah.
Hey, Lewis, when you
we
gonna
got
get lined
relegation
up
lots
again,
of-
bro? You're a little bit crooked there. I said, when you gonna get lined up again?
What do you mean?
I would not have that personally.
I wouldn't have that.
I especially coming now. I would not have that. I would not.
What?
Oh, I thought it was Ziad. That's not what. Yeah.
We talking about what? We
I thought it was
gonna get
Ziad,
trimmed.
man.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what you
that-
mean. Yeah, it's been overdue. I'm getting on the weekend.
All right.
I was
I'm just looking out, man. You can't be picking up honeys like that.
Yeah, man. I hear that. I want to try grow out the top a little bit. Do a little side.
Are you gonna go? You gonna do fro?
18, 19 Lewis.
No, not a full afro. Fuck that. I'm gonna cut the
18,
sides.
18,
I'm gonna keep
19
the top
Lewis.
right. Yeah, man. We're reloading it. I'm tired of short hair.
You're gonna do a high and tight?
Let's let me
Just
try
said
to do
leg, grow
something
out.
for the people in the
Go.
people in the chat. Let's do something like experience, okay? Tayo said, I thought we bought Santos for that, Alex. For I'm assuming for the position of Lavia. You know what I'm saying? Like that, the young kid with whatever.
Yeah.
So let's do a little bit of how you say it, brain exercise. Let's see how many midfielders we have now, how many midfielders we're planning on losing, and how many we will be left over with. Do okay. So Kante hasn't signed a contract yet,
Right?
right? What's his name?
Kovacic.
Croatian.
Kovacic?
Apparently he wants to leave.
That's two.
Everybody wants the Mount to be sold.
That's three.
Everybody wants Blunt Mount to be sold.
That's four.
Everybody wants Rabon Loftus-Cheek to be sold, right?
Five.
Who else is there in the midfield that we wanted to sell?
I think that's everybody.
Zakari is going back.
Oh, Zakari is going back on loan from loan. So that's six.
Somebody Peebles, can somebody block Peebles for racist, calling me racist real quick? Racist,
What?
whatever, cap.
What are you on about?
Yeah, I got that.
Got that, thank you. So far we have get rid of 5. Who else is in the midfield on our books that needs to be sold?
I think that's all. We have
Okay.
Chukwemeka, but he's not going to be sold because he's a young
Loan.
player.
Probably on loan. Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have about 5 to get rid of. So out of all of this, who we have left in the squad that definitely staying for the next season? Enzo?
That's it.
So, Toyo, where are you, Toyo? Where are you, Toyo, in the chat? So please answer me, Toyo. Who we playing in the midfield next season?
Enzo and vibes.
Hopefully Enzo, Lavia, and someone else. Yeah.
Get Bakayoko back.
You said that.
Oh,
Get him
yeah.
out. Get him out. You said that. Get him out.
All of those
You see
players
what I'm
aren't going to
saying? That
leave.
the people just don't know. Like if you not good with math, use your fingers and do like this, like I teach my 4 years old, and then
Until you get to this one.
Until you get.
I mean, to be fair, with your deduction, you were basing it on the premise that Kante would be sold because he hasn't signed a new contract, even though they're working towards it.
I didn't even count the Sanchez. Wait, Kante, man.
You did.
Yeah,
What the hell?
Chukwemeka I also didn't. If you want to go to all of them, it's gonna be more than 5. Okay, let's say Kante is still staying. So, Kante and Enzo, right?
No, I'm not done. I don't think Kovacic actually leaves, to be honest.
He does.
Oh,
I think he resigns.
Quit thinking.
Are you willing to put the money on it?
I don't bet, honestly.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like
that's literally what you said.
No, I'm saying to bet money that he stays, that Chelsea does not need to look for another midfielder. That's the bet money. Like this.
Why do you think
So
Kovacic is staying?
if he's staying, does that mean that we should not look for the midfielder next season?
No,
Is
we
that
should.
No. Look as many midfielders as you want. But my thing is, we've already signed some. Like we've already signed Chukwemeka, Santos, or whatever. Unless we can't just keep on hoarding midfielders. Unless, like some of these players, even if we're trying to sell them on, there needs to be at least the illusion that there's a plan for them. Do you know what I mean?
Why?
If not, then well, because like you can't just have a bunch of players just sitting on your bench and be like, oh, we're gonna flip them later. Like they're gonna have to play some games. You know.
We're going to sell them in the summertime. There is no games.
Say that again.
But he's talking about Chukwemeka and
Santos. Yeah.
We're not going to sell them in the summer.
No, but that's
They're
true.
going on loan.
Chukwemeka looks for the loan.
No, hold on. They're, like those. Okay, those. Here's what I'm saying, Jester. Those two go out on loan. You sign some more backup midfielders. These players come back from loan after having a good loan spell. Now we're congested in the midfield area because we're just hoarding midfielders. So what I'm saying is, even if you're trying to run this like we want to like have a conveyor belt of young players, you kind of have to at least give the illusion that some of them are going to play. Hoarding them all and saying we're going to sell them does nothing.
Okay, we're looking for one, maybe two center midfielders. we're going to lose 5.
Is that we're going to lose? That's what I mean. We're going to replace it.
No, it's not. But it's not guaranteed that we lose. And also, positions matter.
Nothing's guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Okay, hold on.
Next second's not guaranteed.
The
Let's
positions,
do this.
the positions of the players matter. Like when like throwing Mount in there, like he doesn't play a much more advanced. Is you know what you're doing. Like I mean, like what's it called? Ruben. Hold on. Whether we keep or sell Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he doesn't really take up a midfielder slot. He's just fodder in the team anyway. Like Zakaria going back on loan doesn't change a thing.
Tayo in a second.
Like
watch Tayo's response to my watch Tayo what he's answering.
Me, man. So nobody's going to take up a midfield slot except for Enzo, Conte, and Kovacic. Is that what you're saying?
Well, based on Tayo, Mount stay and guess what? Havertz can play in midfield too.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Let's just put the Tayo comment on it so everybody will know.
Let's just say those 3. Yeah, go on.
And
but
Carney,
Gallagher
Mount,
is a midfield.
Kante will
Okay,
stay.
okay, Gallagher 4, fine.
That's not worth it.
So out of those 4,
let's all laugh at Tayo. Let's all laugh at Tayo.
I don't know what you're going with.
Out of those 4, you're saying all like what's it called? All of them are gonna go except Enzo.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
If they don't re-sign a contract, they're
That's
gone.
ambitious.
I don't think Mount's going.
No. Mount wasn't included. Mount wasn't included. The 4 is Enzo, Kovacic, Kante, and Gallagher.
Why is Mount not included?
I'm a bit worried.
No, because Mount plays further forward. So you know, like
don't matter if he's further forward. He's not. He's a midfielder.
I'm mainly counting. Okay.
I think he's mainly trying to.
Okay.
The last time Mount played in the midfield.
His point is he's talking about 8s and 6s.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, because like I'm saying, in the hope that we're going to play like a 4-2-3-1. These are the players that can occupy the double pivot position. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's why we're talking about getting a DM. That's the whole logic for it all anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. So if out of those stop. Out of those 4, like realistically, like I think maybe 2 at maximum go, but 3 are not going. I think that's ambitious. And also unnecessary.
Where are you getting this? Are you just pulling this out of your butt?
I mean, like,
they don't resign, they're gone.
Yeah,
they're gone if they don't
but they're still offering them contracts. Kovacic is still being offered the contract, as is Kante.
No, he's not. He is not being offered a contract. He has not been offered a contract.
I literally saw it the other day.
Kante
has.
Kovacic hasn't.
But what do you guys think about Mount leaving? Like, do you want him to leave or not?
Yeah, fuck off. Let him. Get him gone. Get him gone. Get him gone. Absolute trash.
Because if we're playing a 4-2-3-1, he's not a 6, and he's really not a 10.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't even.
And he can't play wings.
So would you prefer, say, signing Felix permanently than keep him out, for example?
Well, Felix is a better player, so yes.
I'm down for
Felix,
that.
I mean, I don't like Felix.
I don't like Felix. I don't like Felix.
I don't like Felix.
Hold on a
that
second.
doesn't mean that I like him.
You kind of skipped one. You kind of skipped one big fat step when you're talking about the midfield. So we do. Everybody agree we're playing 2 in the midfield, right?
Yeah.
Double pivot,
Are we playing 2 sitting 6s? No, we're playing converted 8s, right?
Yeah.
Well, we are.
Why are we talking about the deep? The what?
We are looking to buy a defensive midfielder. It's been like the manifesto for like the past like I don't know year to get a midfielder.
Well, you can put the DM in it. I see on the reports, and none of them said DM. We all said center mid.
I mean, I guess because the whole thing with the whole like DM. Most people don't consider Caicedo to be a DM. Like I don't know.
Maybe Bowley thought there was an extra player again. He wanted to play 4 in the midfield.
Dead banter, bro. But like, I just think that what's it called? People are saying that we do need a DM for guaranteed. So I guess one of the 2 has to be a DM. The whole thing is like a DM to unleash Enzo.
This is the problem with you thinking that that's how it's going to be, because I don't see it, and I know it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a 2 midfielders that can do compliant job with each other as defensive midfield, is carrying the ball, and in the pass controller from the deep. So
yeah, in a double pivot, you don't need a traditional sitting 6.
Exactly.
You need.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
why are you?
So why am I what?
Why you keep saying that we keep going after DM, and you made it such a big deal about?
No.
Well, Kovacic is not in the DM position, so this doesn't count as we get rid of the
You
amount.
completely misheard my entire point. You completely. I'm not harping on about.
Jester, no, don't leave me alone with this guy. Please don't leave me alone.
I gotta go work, man.
My
Gotta
point.
make room. Make money. I'm sorry to leave you with the rabble, bro, but I think you can handle it.
Did anyone watch the playoffs?
Fuck off, man.
Yeah,
no, I'm playing.
Of course, I'm there.
My point was that what's it called? My point was we can't sell all of these players because we need some like backup players. That was my point, you know. And the whole the whole thing with like a DM. I'm saying if you want to add the DM, you can, but ultimately we can't. Just because we get one.
But
DM
you just agree with us that we're not buying a DM as a DM. You just agree with me. So why you keep saying DM?
I don't know, because people keep using the term DMs. I'm just using what other people
Don't
use. Like,
use people, use you.
Okay, fine. Okay, whatever, fine. It's fine. I apologize. We're getting another midfielder. Cool, whatever.
It doesn't matter because another midfielder that we need is going to be kind of a DM. He doesn't have to play a lone six, but he's going to be slightly a DM. He's going to have a defensive.
He's going to have the most defensive responsibility.
Right, to complement a player like Enzo. They're both going to be pivots, but they're going to both complement each other. They both have to be able to defend somewhat. They both have to be able to carry the ball. Like Rice can carry the ball, but we can trust Rice to also sit back and be that defensive screening.
Exactly, more. Yeah.
If we could
That's what a double six is.
You know. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, go on.
Hold on a second. You know what? What's the big problem that people have with Kante is not playing well with Enzo in that double pivot. You know why?
Kante likes to press high.
Because he's playing as a 10, basically.
No, because Kante just like roams. He goes
Kante
wherever.
No. That's not the only. That's not the only. Like this is. I don't think like what you're saying. It's not Kante's problem. It's his.
It's his instinct. You have to complement him with someone.
Yeah, this is a compliment of him. He can do better vision in the defensive phases than he can do in offensive phases. Do you see what I'm saying? So, for example, if you want to play a double pivot midfield, you need to have defensive zone skills, but you also need offensive. And somebody said Caicedo is a Kante 2.0. No, Caicedo less defensively skilled than Kante, but he actually really good in the final third in passing. The guy is actually really good all-around midfielder.
Yeah,
He's the perfect double pivot player. Caicedo is. He can pass it. When he reaches the final third, he's not brain dead. Sometimes like Kante is, and he can actually pick the right pass. That's the problem with Kante that I have. He is brilliant and when he does it, but what he goes to the final third and what his lack of in the double pivot is the play in an offensive third. That's
Do you
his
think
lacking.
it's because that he's also aging now, Alex?
Yeah.
No,
he's always
because he
been
was
like that.
never that good in the first place.
He was better before, though. He was a lot better.
No, he wasn't.
He was never
He
good
could
in the
progress
final
really
third.
well with the ball, but his final pass was never on.
Yeah,
Never.
his final pass was not there
It's always been
anymore.
the
This is
weakest
why
part of
he
his game.
wasn't assistant to Vardy.
And like you just said, Alex, for me, Declan Rice is also that perfect.
Yes,
player to
I
sit
agree
next
with
to
you.
him.
Declan Rice is exactly the same as Caicedo.
Because he can
I just
progress
think
and
Caicedo is
he's
going to
got-
be cheaper. That's
Yeah,
all.
he will be.
I would, to be honest,
It won't be cheap.
And like Jimmy said, I would like my midfield to be BLM. No pun.
That's fair, but I feel like Rice. I mean, I'll give him the black card. He can handle himself. He can handle himself in the physical department.
he's a
I
monster.
got no
He's a
problems
monster.
with him.
No. I agree. It's not the decent Rice. Rice is a quality player. Really
People
good
underestimate
quality
how good he is on the ball, and he's really good on the ball.
He's
I guess
very
just-
well-rounded
yeah,
midfielder.
my argument is I don't think we need to sell all of our midfielders just to supplement one
I agree.
additional midfielder.
Yeah,
coming in.
I know what you're saying.
You can keep a Kante, you can keep a Kovacic.
I think
you
Kante stays.
You
Yeah,
must
I think Kante
sell Gallagher.
stays, Kovacic
You must
go.
sell Gallagher. But
I don't know.
You can
with
probably keep
Gallagher
him
though,
out in a yard or two.
couldn't you just keep him as a squad player?
No, sell him. Fucking shit.
He's
No,
he's
it
too
depends.
valuable.
It depends. It
Yeah, but
depends.
sometimes you need like.
Hold on.
them-
Because let's just operate on like what I'm saying is true. Just in this hypothetical world that we sign another midfielder.
That's
We
not
have Enzo.
hypothetical that you're right. That's
Stop,
not
please.
hypothetical.
We have Enzo, a new midfielder, Kante and Kovacic. Why would we need Gallagher there anyway?
I don't think
Also,
Kovacic is going to stay though. But
okay,
if
fine.
we're
Even if we sell Kovacic, at least we can like, make room for some of these midfielders, like a Chukwuemeka if he decides to stay and does not go on loan, or
Yeah.
Santos or whatever. Like, but having Gallagher, who we know just will never be good enough.
You see,
Yeah, but
you see.
certain
Hold on a
players-
second. Hold on. Let me answer. Dildo again. I'm going back to what you said. You agree with me that what's his name? That we playing is a 2 midfield, right? You agree with me?
Yeah.
Can't go back. You cut in 4K. So please tell me, Chukwuemeka, where's he gonna play in that double pivot midfield?
No, I said I was talking about midfielders, but I was just talking about just having a rotation on midfielders. That was the point. But I mean, what's it called?
I actually see Chukwuemeka more than 10. He's high up the field. He's horrible in defensive.
At
Horrible.
Aston Villa, he did play as a DM. Not as a DM. Sorry, in the double pivot. Okay, you guys are so iffy with the fucking with the words, but whatever.
Chukwuemeka for me,
he played in that double
Chukwuemeka
pivot.
For me, it's just like everybody else needs to have a minutes in the game.
Yeah.
For me, it's too early.
He doesn't look ready yet.
To be fair, I like Chukwuemeka style. He is good physically. The way he plays is good, but you cannot do those skills if you. I remember we were playing against somebody, and at the end of the game we got pressed really, really high by our team. What was the problem with Chukwuemeka then? He tried to use the same skill set that he has in the defensive zone. That's like I have problem with Pulisic playing wing back sometimes. When he plays wing back, if he's on his own half, he still have an instinct to beat the player. You don't do that in that particular
Even
spot.
Ziyech does that sometimes.
You lose the ball, you're in trouble there.
Because if you lose the ball, you're already in trouble. That's what you don't do. So for me,
I agree.
offensive players, when they are young, they sometimes still think offensively in the defensive zone. So that's my problem with Chukwuemeka. That he's still 19. He's plenty of time to progress his game. I think he's the one that needs to completely revisit the situation where he should be at 10. If he goes to somewhere on loan, he should go somewhere where he's gonna be one of those players.
I disagree.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't think he
that's
has.
fine. You can disagree.
Yeah,
It's just
I understand. Yeah, I don't think he has. I don't think he can. I think he's just too big of a player to play in the 10, and I don't think he has the offensive capabilities. I think his strongest attribute is retaining the ball. I think that. I don't think that. Yeah, that's not conducive to being a 10. That's conducive to being a lot like.
I swear, if I could pull up that game, I forgot the game
I
that he
think
played.
if he played as the advanced 8, and then possibly Enzo sat back a little bit, not as much as he's sitting back under like Potter or Lampard, I think that would work. But I don't think when we're looking at a DM, I don't think we need someone with like crazy progressive passing or great ball playing ability just because we've got Enzo there for that. So I wouldn't. If we could get a decent price for Palhinha, personally, I would be happy.
Palhinha does have good long passing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Though we don't need it.
I will. It's not about you don't need it. It's like if it's there, it's there. You're not gonna take it saying it. I'm saying.
To be honest, I've watched Palhinha for like a couple years. Like I remember watching him. As soon as I saw him in the Euros, I started watching him a little bit. His progressive passing can be good, but I don't know. I don't rate it as high as some of his other attributes.
No.
I don't think.
38-0W. Lavia is not proven. Lavia is not proven at all. He's a kid. He still needs development.
Did someone say Lavia is prem proven?
No, I think he forgot to ask the question. Alex, is Lavia prem proven? I think it's a question. But look, what's his name? The reason why I was so impressed with Casado, it's not because of the Premier League last season. It's actually because of how he played in the World Cup.
Yes. World Cup. Yeah.
He's got
Gosh
that like
completely turned
He
my
showed
head.
something else.
Yo, I didn't
Yeah,
realize
he
that.
showed something else. That
Yeah.
you know what he showed? He showed me that in the final third, he's more. The final third was for me.
Jesus.
he had a very
You
good
don't-
game against United
What's
as
my
well.
Twitter?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's right there under me, man. You see, at Redneck Blue 1905. That's my Twitter.
The people
I just
compare him to
realized he's
Kante
actually
just 'cause he,
21 too.
he's got that
fucking young.
Kante energy about him as well.
He
Yeah,
has
he
that.
does, he does.
He has that
Yeah.
nastiness about him, man. That I like.
Someone said Tyler
he
Adams.
does. And he's down for a
Tyler
fight
Adams.
too, Alex. He's down for
Tony
a fight.
Caicedo, yeah, that will be sick if we get Tony and Caicedo.
Yeah.
By the way,
Guys.
in the beginning, I didn't like Tony at all.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but then
He's quality.
then I changed my mind.
Yeah.
If Leeds were to
Watch-
get relegated,
Nice
would you
of
take Tyler Adams for cheap?
No.
I don't
No.
even know who's
For
Tyler
depth,
Adams.
for
No,
not as a starter,
no,
but as
no,
depth, hell yeah.
no.
I
No.
think he's a good player, but I
He-
just don't
No,
think he's
we-
good enough for us.
It's
He's a
just
good player,
it's-
but
it's
why
just
bring him for
aggression hype.
depth? Why
I don't
bring
know
him
if he's
for
Chelsea
depth when
quality.
we have young
It's-
players for depth?
It's
Exactly,
just
that
aggression
Mono.
hype.
We have
That's true,
Santos.
That's
Yeah, but
true,
he's
yeah.
already
Yeah.
like, he's already like. I feel like he's more
By
ready.
the way,
than
do you know that
Santos
Santos is not coming next season, right?
Santos is like going
Yeah,
He's
on
not?
loan.
he's going on loan. He's
No.
going on loan.
He's still on loan. They signed him on loan for a year, which is
No,
gonna
6
end
months.
in
It was 6
December.
months. No, it was 6
No,
months.
He needs
it
to
was
get
a
the work
year, I
permit,
think.
doesn't he?
It was a year. It was a year. It was a year.
It was a
Was it
year.
a
Yeah, I
year?
think he's staying
Because
until
yeah,
December.
because the Brazilian league ends in December.
Yeah. That's they got him until the rest of for a season, and the season ends in December.
Well, yeah. So for them, it's a year. For us, it's 6 months. Yeah.
No, for us it's a
No.
year too because he left in January.
Yeah.
And no, you're right. Yeah, he's come back in December. No, you're right. Yeah. Well, Scott said it's a 6 months loan. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I remember it being 6 months.
I've not
That's
seen
what I
nothing.
thought. I thought it was short term.
What is Santos? Is he an 8 at 6? I've not seen much of him.
Defensive
He's more of a
midfield.
No
He's
one's
a box.
quite
He's a
sure,
box.
man.
He's a box-to-box midfielder, I think. But
I'm
people
not,
are like,
Nah,
Yeah.
I
I've
don't.
not
I
seen
feel like
enough
he's,
about him.
Scott, I think
I've-
you're right. I think he's going to be back for next season. That's what I thought when they sent him back out because it was
Oh.
a short-term thing because he couldn't get his work permit.
Work
Well,
permit.
the
Yeah.
world,
Yeah,
the
exactly,
Brazil
exactly.
national team helped Chelsea by putting him in a first national team.
Yeah, he played for Brazil. Yeah.
That's the work permit for him.
That-
I
Because
see
of Poch
Santos.
wants him as well.
I see Santos as he's similar. He's got that thing where I feel like he could play as a 6, but he can have impact in the final third. I think.
I think there's more to his game than just a 6.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
Santos
Or
is
he can
all
score,
around
yeah.
midfielder.
Yeah.
He
But
can
this is
play in
what I'm
all the
saying.
three stages of midfield.
But
this
he's
is
not
what-
finished products yet. Not
Of
even.
course
No.
he's not. Of
Close.
course he's
But
not.
this is what I'm saying. Like, very little players in the modern era are just like set 6s
one
or
position.
set 8s. Yeah, like most of these
But we've
guys
seen
can
Joel
alternate
Linton
between
go
the two.
from
Oh, yeah.
number
That's
9
right.
to a
So,
midfielder.
yeah. You know, so like I just
Also,
for
win,
future
win
for
sometimes,
future
too.
reference, if I say DM, I just mean a defensive minded midfielder. I don't mean
Yeah.
a 6 anchor. Stay
Yeah.
there. I just mean the defensive minded midfielder. That's what I mean.
Can I address the
Yeah,
James
yeah.
comment? There's a good James. Alex Nagelsmann said DM is the most important. If Lavia is the most important, why Southampton is in
The rest
relegation?
of the team is shit.
Alex,
Yeah, but that's like what? That's
Alex, don't have
No,
to answer that.
like,
I don't know.
I was
Alex,
just, can I just make
that
a point?
even-
Because I like that just comes into a wider point I have about some of the fans in this fan base where they don't have common sense and they speak like it's just hypocrisy. Like they don't like because people will say that and then tell me in the same vein that Zambo Anguissa was Fulham's best player when they got relegated, that Wijnaldum was Newcastle's best player when they got relegated, which is why he got his move to Liverpool. Who else has that happened for? There's been a couple of other players where they've been the best player on a relegation threatened team, and that's why as soon as they got relegated, they moved clubs.
Well, if players can't be good in a team that's underperforming, then
Thank you,
none of our
Wintersofer.
players are good.
June 30th.
All of our players are finished.
Yeah, I was gonna
Enzo
say,
must be terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
with
No,
the Santos
Enzo has looked good though. To be fair,
with the Santos.
No, he-
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Robertson. Thank you, Malik. Robertson got relegated with Hull.
And Harry
Even-
Maguire.
even that had Maguire.
That's no good.
no, but Maguire was shit though.
No, but like
No,
to be fair, even
Maguire
like,
wasn't shit when
He
he's
was
at Hull
alright. He was
City.
alright.
He was
at
very
first.
no,
good.
no, but to a certain extent, as I say, like he was really good at Leicester. Like he
Yeah,
got
he was.
relegated with Hull, went to
Yeah,
Leicester.
yeah,
Also, just going back to the Santos line, so there was some
And the
confusion.
World Cup too.
It is 6 months. The Palmeiras
Okay.
one was meant to be 12 months with an option to bring him back in the summer, but that one was rejected. That one didn't go through.
Okay.
Yeah, they want him in the squad, so
I
think they'll
don't.
come back.
It
Depends if
depends.
Poch wants
Look,
him.
do you think
James,
do you think he will walk into the team and start to be
No, that's
playing,
my
winning?
problem. I don't
So-
know.
You
Uh,
think?
You know.
I think
No,
like
no.
to Santos, it's got like, for example, this is why people think that Lavia. First of all, when I'm talking about Lavia, it's more about opportunity to
I
get a
agree.
kid
Exactly.
on the cheap and for the
Exactly.
future.
He ain't ready, but
You
he's
will
gonna be good.
never put something that I said that Lavia is ready to play now. He can have ambition. He's a young kid. He can fight for the position. But I never said Lavia is looking to be a starter at Chelsea. I always said the kid needs to be developed. That's my thing. This is why I want Casado. And
know what the thing
another
is,
thing about, hold on a second, hold on for that guy that for James on because he was the guy that sit in the back of the class in school. So when I said my DM, my favorite position is DM, it's not because I wanted the double pivot. My favorite player at Chelsea was always Mikel, because for me, I was a center back. There's nothing better like the DM, like Mikel was.
Chelsea fans slandered
Nothing.
him and all.
Nothing better to find. Michael Carrick
Yeah.
is the one that I rate highly. That people didn't. You think that he side passes
Michael
that
Carrick's
that
a baller.
Makelele.
Yeah, people don't rate him as
But
much.
how do you don't rate
Makelele-
Jorginho then?
How?
How you don't rate Jorginho then? I would
Because
think.
Different players. They're different players. Man.
I know they're different, but it's still like.
I think it's more because of
Why
like,
I'm not
you
saying
ask-
that.
Are,
I'm not
are
sa-
you James in the chat? Are you
I
James?
think
Is
it's
your
I
name
think
James
it's more
in
of
the
like the
chat?
defensive side.
Defensive
Yeah.
side, exactly. He was
Yeah.
the support in the defensive zone. I didn't care less, man, what's going on up top, because I was worried for my job. I'm not worrying about what offensive player did. I was
Also, like,
worrying to not score because I will get ripped for my manager.
I want to say as well, like on the Lavia thing, like I'm actually fine with him starting next season for us. It all depends on what your expectations are from him.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not expecting next season whoever comes in at DM, apart from maybe Rice, and even then it kind of depends on what the team looks like. I'm not expecting anyone to come in and all of a sudden be like the best DM in the league and to hit the
Yeah.
ground running and be incredible, because we've seen this season Enzo didn't do that. Like there was a period where he looked good and then it's tapered off, and I understand some of that has to do with the manager. Felix was the same. Like we've seen it from other young guys we've brought in.
Yeah.
It depends on the expectations you have. If you're expecting whoever we bring in to come in and be like Casemiro has been for United, like at the start of the season more than the end of the season, then like your expectations are far too high for that player. Far too high. And again, unless we're bringing in someone like Rice, and even then I think it depends, like your expectations are going to be way too high if you think that's what level you're getting from Caicedo, Lavia, Ugarte, Zubamendi, any of these dudes. Because for two of those guys I just mentioned, it's a new league and a new country. And for the other two, they're young. And it's like, it's different. It's about your expectations. Guys can come in and play.
Again, James, my friend, Lavia is not finished product.
No.
That's it.
Who expects a 19-year-old to be a finished product?
That's my point, is he can play.
Yeah.
Like he can be the starting midfielder next to Enzo next season. I'm fine with it, as long as the expectations are that he's going to be solid, not amazing, and he's going to be a solid player for a top 4 club, maybe top 6 at worst.
100%.
That's your expectations, then
More
he'll do
important than
fine.
Haaland.
Where do you guys think we're going to finish next season?
Top 6,
top 4.
Top 4. I don't think we're
Top
finishing
five,
top
top
4.
Yeah, we will.
Look at the top 6.
If you look at the
Depends
teams
on
above
what you
us,
think of finish.
there is no way unless
It
Poch
depends.
moves-
It depends if we don't sign a striker. If we
Man
sign a
United ain't
striker, top 5. If we don't sign a striker, we're finishing like 10th or something.
I don't think
No,
it's
we're
that
not. No
simple,
way.
but I
It
think
is 100% that simple. Look
it's
at
not
our
black
goal
and white.
return.
No, I'm not saying we
Look at
shouldn't
our
sign a
goal
striker.
return this season.
And this is
but-
where the conversation goes from grown-ups to the kids.
We're not finishing 10th, man. Again, no way.
I think we're going to
Well,
finish like
with
6th.
with one
I'll be
game a
happy with
week.
6th.
With one game a week, we should be expecting, in my opinion, a top 4 challenge. And
I
if
was
we
gonna
don't,
say,
then
like,
No,
but one day,
With me,
one game a week.
let me tell you how the grown-ups think. Let me finish first this season. Let me go for the summer transfer fee, because based on everybody over here, we have a different expectations from this summer transfer. I bet you.
Would
Yeah,
you sell
definitely.
We
Sterling?
cannot even
You know
agree
what,
how many
Alex?
players are
You want
given.
something there? You understand me?
I mean that is quite frankly literally why I said
Also-
if you don't sign a striker, we're gonna do shit. That's why I said that.
We're gonna sign a
I didn't
striker.
even
What?
say that.
Why you
All
He
I
didn't
said
say that.
is
He
even
didn't say that. He's talking
we're
about
not
like, if you're bringing,
agreeing
like,
on
5
even
players.
who's leaving this team.
We
How
actually
you
have
can
to
agree on who's coming? If
Do
you
it. How
don't
far?
agree who's
How far
leaving,
behind do you think we are of the clubs that are finishing in the top 4 now? Take away Man
Way-
City.
I mean,
How you
I
even
think,
still
I
entertaining
think,
this
I think,
conversation?
really, I think all really is just a goalkeeper and a striker. I think
Because
those are
Man
the
United
two.
aren't as good as
Guys,
everyone's making
it also
out.
depends on the coach.
Yeah, but Man
We don't-
United-
Pochettino hasn't been confirmed. We have to also depend on the coach too. That's a
Yeah.
really, really big
Yeah.
asset. That's the big asset.
Man United are good, but they just have no second squad. Like
I
at
don't
all.
think
Like
I don't think United
Arsenal
will be
don't
as
either.
good.
Arsenal don't have depth
I
either.
think Man United.
Arsenal have depth. I
By
think
the
that's a
way,
myth.
here's my
They
honest
have a little
opinion.
bit of
What are you
depth,
on
but
about?
not like hell. But
Here's my
I'm not
honest
like.
Listen,
opinion.
I
you
don't
don't
agree with
go-
Justin, but the thing I don't think that Arsenal's gonna drop off.
They
I
lost
think they'll
Saliba and had to
top
play Rob
four.
Holding. They ain't got depth.
Nah, they've got that Kyrgios now. You don't go this far with Man City without any depth. Like when
Look.
Jesus got injured,
I don't.
when
No, they haven't had that many
They
injuries.
got depth
They
in,
haven't
like,
had
two
that many
positions.
injuries. To be
That's
fair.
the point.
Yeah, but
Their depth hasn't been challenged that much.
Exactly.
It has-
exactly.
it has-
It hasn't. It hasn't.
I'll tell you why.
It has
because
not.
when-
It has not.
Time, guys.
Everyone said that when Jesus gets injured, they're not going to have anyone who can play that role of like a false 9. They're going to fall off. And I thought they were. Then they bring Nketiah in, and he wasn't great, but he did a job. He kept them in it.
Wasn't Nketiah though. Nketiah
Not
wasn't the
even
guy
that.
that brought in.
Trossard played.
Yeah,
it.
but
No, but
Trossard.
I mean, Nketiah started playing, and then when they brung in Trossard and Jorginho, I think Jorginho's been sensational for them.
Hold on a second.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
but they brought
Hold on. Before they draw games against Arsenal, West Ham, and that. Remember, there was a small period of time when they dropping points in December. I think.
Yeah, 1 or 2 games. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
It's like Everton. Oh no, that
Yeah.
was after.
Remember? Remember
yeah.
that?
That was later
Yeah.
than December. That was
Yeah, it was
like
after the
January.
World Cup. That was after the World Cup. But whatever, I remember.
So remember that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
you
thought
will-
they-
you-
Last point,
is
and then
that
we gotta
count?
wrap up.
Is
I'll
that
just-
count?
Yeah,
They dropped
but you
four?
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were still on top that whole time, pretty much. Until I
They've
think they played.
Until they
I
wasn't.
don't know what this conversation
Everyone else
descended
was fucking
to.
up. Everyone else
But
was fucking up.
I just think with Chelsea, I just think we just need the pertinent players as a goalkeeper and the striker. I think those are the two things that we need in order to challenge back up for next season.
If we
don't get them, it's going to be similar to this season. No matter how many players we ship off.
Yeah. And
I think it'll be similar, but it won't be as bad.
I think that the reason
Maybe
why
eighth.
we're so different in opinion because I rate manager in the team more than I rate quality of the team.
That's exactly a good manager.
And
too.
so
Not confirmed yet.
I didn't
confirmed
finish
yet.
talking. For me, Ten Hag is highly rated manager. The problem with Ten Hag, you cannot tell me that this is how he likes to play game. He does not like to play counter-attacking team, but he adjusted. He adjusted to the players that he has. The problem is how long is he gonna play this style until he can get his own? Until he can get his own, there's no saying because that's not how he likes to play. So to play the way he played at our teams, he
needs an 8 in that
lot more
midfield.
players.
He needs a
But
ball
guess
progressor.
what? Guess what? It's not sustainable to play a long-term season like this. It's
Right.
not sustainable.
Yeah.
Right. Guys, gotta do the super chats now. I gotta wrap up because I gotta be on sides. Big up to Dag saying if Paulinho is improving, Caicedo isn't either, and that is a very fair point. Caicedo's only been in for a season as well.
What about the World Cup?
What?
No, he's not. No, it's a fair comment, by the way. Like,
Yeah. He's not proven on the same level.
Earlier, and
but
I'm so annoyed I
one
couldn't
is
be on the stream
28
when this
years
got
old,
brought
one is
up. It was
21.
It was the stupidest fucking point I've ever heard in my life. The stupidest fucking point.
Paulinho is 28 and Caicedo is 21.
Yeah, probably 28 is fine.
Right, big up Kimsley saying it's a 6-month loan. He comes back in July. You're talking about Andre Santos. Fair enough. Cenac says Lavia, Caicedo, and Kone seem to be the top midfielder choices. 2 of either of these guys will be good for me. Goalkeeper and strike seems to be a toss-up, but I trust this new board. Yeah, 1 midfielder, ideally 2.
Diego Costa and Tony.
and then just clear out the rest of this squad. And big up Professor King saying striker is not the determination of our league position next season. Believe me, we'll cook once we sort out the cohesiveness and structure. No, we need a goal scorer.
Yeah, striker is more important than anybody. At this
This
point,
is the
striker is more
Casemiro
important.
Haaland argument again.
More than DM.
I said that. You disagreed with me. Okay.
Still stand by Casemiro.
But yeah, you man, we're heading off the side. We're
You
raiding
don't
him
need
as
to
well.
stand on it.
Big up
Moya, you
everybody.
can sit on Casemiro laps.
Big up, guys.
One sec. Big up Daniel saying, "Hey Lewis, not sure if you remember, but nice to meet you after the Arsenal game." Daniel from the yes, I remember you, my guy. You're the one who said you could sort me out with the fucking THC vapes in it. Yeah. Message me, my guy.
I wouldn't
course
do
that-
them, bro.
Of course, that's what they talked about.
Big up, my guy. Big up. But yeah, we're off to Said's channel. 40-point celebration party. Everyone raid it and say 40 points. Everybody raid it. Big up, everybody.
Crack
Like,
is a hell of a
subscribe.
drug.
We're out.